Everyone, how's everyone doing? So, as you all know, in the current era, non-profit has two things, I believe, right? A lot of passion for the impact and a lot of data, right? So, as you may know, that in terms of data, we have like donor list, impact metrics, volunteering hours. It usually lives in our spreadsheet. Like, I'll just show you an example. I'll just share my screen. Give me a second. Let me know if once my screen is visible. Is my screen is visible?
It's loading. Yes, yes, it is.
All right. So as you can see, I have a very simple and basic example of a spreadsheet which a non-profit can have. This spreadsheet basically contains some example data of SCL projects that non-profits have done, like a donor data, who has have donated, right? It's a very small example, right? And impact data, evaluation survey results. But when it comes to showcasing these spreadsheets to your donors or the people who are beneficiaries, right? And even just creating an impact report, these spreadsheets doesn't give you a great and broader look in terms of your data, right? So today's webinar will be me showing you how you can actually use the AI to do that, create a dashboard, and then in future webinars we'll be able to see how you can actually share those dashboards and upload it to a cloud. Now, for starting it up, I will showcase you this platform which is called Google Anti-Gravity. Now, we usually use it for code, but this can actually be used to actually create some amazing dashboard as well. So to download it, you can simply go to antigravity.google and you can simply download it for your Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. Once downloaded, the application looks something like this. Let me know if this is visible.
Yes, yes, it is.
So you can see I have already created a folder here, which I have named as M&E Dashboard for now. And in this, I have this example sheet, which is basically the same Google sheet that I was showing just minutes before. And you can see we have all these data points here. Now to create a dashboard, all you actually require in anti-gravity is a great prompt. But definitely when it comes to a great prompt, there always a need from where we should start, right? So for that, I have created this one short prompt for you. And you can see, I'll just go into a quick summary of what this prompt actually does. You can see I'm saying that you are a senior front-end developer and data visualization expert. I'm giving it a role. I'm giving the AI a role. Then a goal, transform the Excel file in folder which has multiple separate sheet inside it to a professional single page static dashboard, right? Now you can see the pointers here, right? I'm saying it to do a data processing. I'm giving it a tech stack. I'm giving it a dashboard features, some branding guidelines, and what should be the output. Now, why all of this is necessary? Consider this, that you want to create a dashboard. The first thing that your organization will require is to hire either a developer or a data analyst to do that for you, right? But now with the current use of AI tools and agents that has came in these coming years, we are able to do all of this by our own selves. We don't need to actually go ahead and hire some people to do create a dashboard for us. Now, as you can see, there are certain things that you can actually customize in this prompt, like the dashboard features, that what you want to show, you can actually mention it here. If you want to change the branding and guidelines, you can see there are certain background details that we have given to it. You can give it a simple color name, or you can actually get the hex code. Now, how can you get a hex code? You can simply Google it. So if I want to Google, let's say, what is the hex code for blue color, right? I can get it from there. Or I can use any HTML color codes finder. So I can simply give those guidelines in this format. Once I have my prompt finalized, I can simply copy this prompt. I can go to the anti-gravity. I have already opened a folder here. To open a folder, you can simply click in this format, open folder, and you can select the folder that file is located in. right? Once that is done, you can simply provide this prompt, and now nothing else you have to do. The anti-gravity will create the task itself. So I'll guide you through the whole process, how it is creating it and what you can actually do to edit in future also. So you can see how it is starting to create these commands and all, right? It will check whether you have the correct installations already on your platform. Now, considering that we are only using some simple HTML, CSS as our tech stack, you won't need to have a multiple different libraries or softwares to be installed previously. It will only The only thing you have to do now is to just accept the things that it is saying, right? You don't have to go ahead and do anything or any code or any work. You just have to accept, and it will start creating all of this. You can see it has started to get the data points from the sheet. It will create it in a format like a JSON format, which is understandable by the AI also, and it is easily can be used as a database for your HTML page. Till it's doing its work. Just wanted to know if you guys have ever tried any other tools. I would like to understand, like, are there any NGOs which are using any AI tools, or you are liking any AI tools that you believe that should share in this webinar? Yeah, let's try to make this session as much interactive as possible. So you can see, right, this anti-gravity is able to do a work of, let's say, one or two people by himself, right? It's able to run commands, it's able to understand the data, and it will be able to create a dashboard based on the data points that you have given just by us using a single prompt. So you don't have to write multiple different prompts to actually start generating a prototype itself. As you can see, let's start creating all of this. And here we go. We have got our first website or our first dashboard. I'll just wait some more time to complete, see if it has done its work. Let's see if this has started. So you can see it has already created a dashboard. The next work it is doing is to add the data in it. Meanwhile, I can also tell you that in this anti-gravity, you actually get options to select different models. So if you are able to see this, you can select from Gemini 3, Gemini 3 Flash, Claude Sonnet. All of these models are there. So as you can see, it has completed the work. And here we go. We have a complete dashboard here with all these different metrics. And you can definitely customize all of this as you want. So you can see it has created the filters. It has sorted it based on regions. It's able to showcase it based on status, right? And also based on donors. And again, everything is customizable here. For example, if I just want to change, let's say a title here, I don't want to make it project overview dashboard. I want to give it a title, right? I want to give change. I can simply give the prompt, change the title to M&E dashboard SCL. It will take just 10 to 15 seconds to complete this whole process. Just to tell you, previously creating this website would have taken you at least 2 to 3 days, right? Just for this simple website, or even months, depending on what type of people you have in the organization. But now you can simply do it for free. If I'll just reload this, you can see the title has been changed, the information has been upgraded. And again, this is all searchable and all, right? If I want to search for any project, I can simply write about that project and I will be able to check it out. Yep. Okay, I think there is someone raising hand. Yes, Gaurav. Hello. Gaurav, you have a question?
हेलो, आपको आवाज़ आ रही है मेरी?
Yeah, I can hear you.
हेलो तो सर, मेरा जस्ट ये क्वेश्चन था, जो प्रॉपर फाइल है आपकी, जो आपने बताया गूगल एंटी ग्रेविटी, ये टोटली फ्री है या कुछ लिमिटेशंस हैं कोड राइट कराने की?
So this is completely free. So as you can see, I'll go to antigravity.google. It's just simple click button. Download karo and you can simply use this.
ओके.
Yep. That's why I showed this platform. So as I mentioned,
One more
everything
thing,
you're doing is actually free.
ओके.
वन मोर थिंग, इसका प्रीमियम वर्जन भी है, राइट? इट हैज अ प्रीमियम वर्जन जहां आप बहुत सारे प्रॉम्प्ट्स दे पाते हो, राइट? यूजली से इफ यू गिव इट लाइक 10-20 prompts, maybe after that it will limit you. It will tell you, okay, next day or next week your plan will be renewed. But say you have Gemini premium subscription, which you can get for free for 16 months if you have a Geo plan, which most of us would definitely have. So if you have a Geo plan, go to your Geo app. There you will see like get Gemini for free for 16 months. Do that. And then when you log in into anti-gravity with your Google account, you'll have basically anti-gravity premium account with much higher tier usage. Like how ChatGPT is free, right? Like you can use ChatGPT for free, but you can't like give unlimited prompts. It will limit you after a certain point. Same way with anti-gravity, you can use it to create websites here and there, but the moment you want to create something more complex, it will sort of limit you. But if you have a premium plan, which you can get for free for at least 16 months to build anything you want, you can do that via a Geo subscription also.
Yeah, that's correct. So the more premium models that you are seeing here, they will only be unlocked once you have a better plan.
ओके सर, मेरा सर एक और क्वेश्चन था
Hmm.
कि जैसे कि आपने अभी ना डैशबोर्ड होस्ट किया, अगर मैं होस्ट करता हूँ अपना डैशबोर्ड, तो मैं अपने सुपरवाइजर को वो भेज नहीं पाऊंगा, क्योंकि जब तक वो होस्ट नहीं होगा तब तक वो
Exactly,
विजिबल नहीं होगा.
exactly. So we'll show you इसको host भी कैसे करना है in the next session that we'll be doing. So there is a session for how to deploy these websites that we are creating into cloud and how you can actually get it for free also. So वो भी हम इसमें cover करेंगे in the next session. Today it's more about how to create it first, right? Because without creating it, you can't host it, right? Any other questions? Now, in terms of the prompt engineering that you are doing, or just the prompts that you are writing, you can actually look into what are the results, right? If I just go into the website that is has created, 1 second. And let's say I want to add something more. I want to do a bit more about my data, right? I want to see something else, right? Let's say I want to see what were the sentiments here, right? Or I want to add any integration. If you see in my data, I have certain impact data as well, right? I want to check what are the attendance rate. I want to check something else. I can simply do it again by just adding those changes in the prompt. So add, I can add it in the one shot prompt. So if I want to change it in a one shot prompt, I can do that too. If I want to do it after it, I can do it after it too. So I can simply write add details about the impact attendance rate, right? What else we can add? And survey results. So just by using some simple prompts, I can create a complete dashboard that any other way will take you a lot of time, right? So not only it saves you time, it actually saves you a lot of cost.
Tushar, I had a question.
Yep, tell me.
Uh, so in the past, when I have tried to use LLMs for data analysis purposes, the LLMs have not been very accurate. I believe I used Claude for calculating some averages, and they just kept giving me incorrect averages. In your experience, how accurately does anti-gravity pull data from the Excel sheets, or how much of data verification do we have to do once it has created these dashboards?
So see, the major problem that usually happens when you provide any data to LLM is that certain type of data points when it comes to analysis by the are not LLMs are not good in reading every data point and every single data format, right? The best data format that LLM actually responds in is JSON format. Okay. So if you see the prompt itself that I have here, just a second, I will remove this. Right. You see the prompt here, right? In this prompt itself, I have mentioned this that create a JSON script. Don't directly use the CSV file or the Excel file that we have, right? Why this step is added, right? Because when it comes to data structuring, the JSON actually provides you the best data structuring that is out there, right? So these are some things that actually helps you a lot in terms of how to represent your data properly and how the LLM could understand your data properly and give you the best results. Considering the current models, right, they are actually very good in terms of all these scoring and all and averaging and all. These are certain simple mathematical formulas that they have actually now conquered well. And considering you actually add a processing system in the prompt itself, it handles it well.
Okay, thank you so much for that.
So the one reason that we are using anti-gravity is also that this is meant for code, right? And it does not actually averages out just by simply thinking of averaging, right? It is not a text-based system, it's more agentic system. So it looks into your data, it creates certain scripts to analyze that data, and then only it answers. So it is actually happening inside your computer, not just in LLM's mind. Any other questions?
Yeah. So what if I wanted to add things like, averages or summations or like all of those things? Like how would that be done?
Again, the same thing. You just have to prompt it. So let's say, even if I have, let's just say this one shot prompt here, right? Which I'll share it later on after this session to you guys. I can simply add these things into my dashboard features, right? If you see this dashboard features dashboard features step here, right? You can add these things here, right? What average value column you are looking at. So let's say you know where on which columns inside which sheet you want averages to be displayed in your dashboard. You can simply mention that here, right? These brackets are meant to be filled in terms of what your data points you want to showcase in your dashboard, right? It could be average, it could be median, mode, mean, any statistical units you want. Even linear regressions and all, if you want to go a bit more detailed, you can showcase here. So it could be in a card format, it could be in a chart format, or it could be a filter system also if you want to create. Did it answer your question?
Yeah, it did. Could you show us how to do it? Like, could you do like just maybe one summation or something?
Sure. Let's take an example. Okay, I want to showcase maybe what should I show? I'll take an example of total budget, right? I'll see what is my average budget. Okay, I think it's already created that. Let me just confirm it. Yeah, it has the average budget, but let's say I want to add something more, right? I want to check whether we can do let's say average owner data. I want to get an average grant value, right? I can simply take this, right? I can say, so don't paste it this way. In my donor data, so you can give the column name like this. So as a average the only thing that you have to make sure with anti-gravity is what are your prompts, right? How detailed they are.
Pratusha, what would you say is the advantage of doing it this way compared to say using just simply something like Power BI or Tableau or something?
So when it comes to Power BI and Tableau, first of all of these tools actually have a cost, right? And when it comes to sharing those to others, right? Maybe just publishing it on your site or maybe publishing it on your website, those tasks actually becomes a bit difficult when it comes to those things, right? Whereas creating something like this actually helps a lot in terms of sharing it to others, right? You can simply host this whole thing into your website, or you can embed this into your page, right? Into your reports. So stuff like this you can do. So it gives you an additional advantage over that. And again, to use Tableau, right, you need a data analyst or someone who knows how to structure things well, right? Here you need not to do anything, you just have to prompt it out.
Okay, thank you for that.
Right, so you can see it has giving you an average rand value. Now again, you can add more stuff here. You can simply ask it to add some trends, some KPIs. You can see there is a score here, program quality here now, impact and survey results, right? Pre versus post assessment, right? And again, none of this data is actually generated by AI. All of this data is actually what you already have. Only the formulas have been added, which is again, it's the code. It's not the AI who is predicting those data points. So if you see here, there is a whole script here, right? This script is actually used to create these analytical values. So think of this like you are just simply have a website URL now, okay, which will show you in the next coming webinars how you can actually add these particular pages to your website or to your domain. And just share it to your beneficiaries, share it to your stakeholders, right? Embed it in a report or just embed it in your website itself. That's it for the demonstration. Any questions regarding this?
I have a question. Are there any additional resources that you can share with us that will like help us sort of, maybe practice this for ourselves or like build some additional skills? Because I know you said that how to host it on a cloud is something that you will be sharing maybe next time. But between now and then, if there are other things that we can sort of learn on our own, and there are maybe YouTube videos or websites that you can recommend that think that will be really helpful.
Definitely, we'll share some YouTube videos with you. Also, I'll share this prompt with you that we have
Yeah,
created.
that would be great. That would be wonderful.
Yep, yep. This prompt will be given to you. You can use these prompts to actually generate these type of dashboards. One thing that is completely up to you is that if you are not changing anything, let's say you are not able to understand it well, what you can see, the major changes that are required here are in the step 3, right? And the step 4. The step 3 actually includes what are the features in the dashboard that you're looking into. So you can be as much creative as possible in terms of adding those features. And if you want certain columns to be introduced, that let's say you know which columns you need to take that data from, you just have to add it in the section, right? And then there is a branding and design guidelines. So you can simply tell it what are the design guidelines that you want to give it, right? Your color schemes, what with the primary color, secondary color, any font that you think that it should use. The best way to do it is use Google font. So why Google font? Because it is easily linkable by AI. So the AI already knows almost all the fonts that are out there in Google, right? It is able to import it via simple dynamic links. So you don't have to actually install fonts. So that would be very, very easy in terms of finding out what would be the best theme for you, right? So you can simply search for a font and you can tell that font name, or you can simply give it a link also if you want. So if you come here, let's say I like this Poppins, right? And I want to embed this particular font in my website. I can simply click on get font and you can see we get a get embed code option here, right? This code can also be shared with the AI to actually add this into your dashboard. And if you just want to tell the name of the font, you can simply tell the name also. So both thing works.
Tushar, I have another question.
Sure.
A lot of the times, while we need the dashboard for, say, for donors or funders in English, our program teams are often local teams, and having a dashboard in multiple languages is very important to us. So like some basic languages, right? Depending on which area you work in. So like if you're working in MP, Bihar, Hindi is absolutely must. And then
Right.
in Karnataka, Kerala, then Kannada, Malayalam, so on and so forth. How good is anti-gravity in giving us the same dashboard in multiple languages?
So we can test it out right here, right? So
Yeah,
since
that would be
I've
great.
already opened it, I'll just simply add this option. So I have mentioned that create the index.html in Hindi language, update the dashboard in Hindi language. Okay. So for you, you can simply write update the dashboard in Hindi language if you don't know what
Yeah,
is.
or if there is a way to have like right at the beginning of the dashboard to say select your language, right? Which language would you like to see the dashboard in?
So in this particular branding part, right, the language for the website needs to be Hindi. You can simply write it.
No, I don't think that's quite accurate, right? So what is the key criteria is that there should be multiple languages in which the dashboard is available. So it should be something like right at the beginning, like how you have when you go to the bank or something or ATM, right? Choose your language preference, English, Hindi, Gujarati, whatever, Kannada, Malayalam. So something like that right at the beginning, so that it can sort of then take you into that particular uh, language page.
Yeah, definitely it can do that. So see, certain things, as you are saying, right, can be added. Anything that you want to add, it can add. Only thing is you have to then basically link it sometimes, or you have to just prompt it in a better way, right? I'll give you an example. So if you see, I told it to actually create a page for Hindi itself, right? Not for the not the default language English one, right? So it has started to create it that also, right? It has created already an index underscore hi.html, which will be Hindi HTML. Let me show you how it is actually showing it also. So you can see this, right? Data is not populated yet, but you can see everything is now in Hindi. Now you can be a bit creative also. Once you have this particular HTML page, you can simply tell it to again change the title, because sometimes again the translation could be something different in English and something different in Hindi, right? So you have to be again giving certain different level of prompts to make it according to you and your goals.
Right.
Yes, Chirag has a question. Yes, Chirag, please unmute yourself and you can ask the question.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, hi Tushar. Thanks for sharing all of this. This was new for me. Actually, I just had one quick question that like generally when we use any BI platform like maybe Looker Studio or Looker or Power BI, Tableau, then we can if you're familiar, we can click on any chart and at that time change the dimensions and whatever prompts you have put, it's just visible on the panel on the right. We can make modifications on that by clicking on any element of this. Is that something similar possible in this, since this is very new for me, or we have to go back to the prompt itself and regenerate things? It can only happen through prompting.
So for the anti-gravity, it could only happen through prompting. So anything you want to change, you would need to prompt it. But the reason for using anti-gravity is that it is very good at understanding what your prompts are. So, right. So if you determine the goals, right, if you are able to actually write it down properly in terms of what are your goals that you are trying to achieve, it will be able to reflect on it and actually create it in a best possible way.
So, Tushar, I'm just wondering what would be the use case of this for me. So generally we host all our dashboards on any of these BI platforms. Let's say Looker Studio, which is also free, and of course it does take time, and this is fantastic. It does things fast,
Right.
but still like we keep putting everything into one dashboard instance, all the data that keeps coming from the program teams and from all the surveys, and then we host it there. So I'm just wondering what would be the use case of something like this for me. Maybe the only thing that it was coming to my mind is where we have these one-off surveys that don't need to be linked to a lot of other data. Like there, since we have a lot of data on the databases, or let's say even in Google Sheets, where we can create a lot of tables linking a lot of data, and then all of that is the data sources onto the BI platform. That's how things have been going. I do see value in this, but I'm still yet to understand how and where can I use it. So if you have any judgment or opinion around that, that would be quite helpful.
So I'll tell you an example of a non-profit Karuna Karya previously I worked with, right? So let's say, okay, I think, yeah. So let's say you have a data, right? And see, when it comes to a very, very big data set, right? Where let's say there are lots of links, there are lots of information, then obviously I won't suggest that go ahead and do prompting stuff, right? But let's say when you want to showcase an impact report of a single project, right? For a single project, we won't go ahead and start creating a Power BI or Tableau dashboard, right? It will take a lot of time and efforts and a person to actually do that, right? For a single project, you can simply create a report just by simply using these prompts, right? Or for a single program which does not have, let's say, thousands and thousands of columns, or maybe 100,000 columns or things like that, or does not have a lot of links, right? For such cases, these type of dashboards are quick and easy to create and quick and easy to host. And everything is for free. You don't have to pay anyone to create this. You don't have to walk along and think of design and all. It gives you a certain things in terms of how you are prompting it. So the best way to say that when you can use this solution, when you want to simply give certain impact reports or certain reports to your stakeholders in a quickest manners for smaller projects or smaller programs that does not have many linkages.
Okay, okay, that makes sense. And I don't think we can link this to what we've built on BI platforms, right? I think we can embed these dashboards onto that platforms as well, but I don't
Right.
think that we can make them talk to each other, right?
Well, it depends. So if you have a database, so see, this anti-gravity is completely something which you can actually use to create different type of codes, right? So if you have certain people who have certain basic knowledge of code, right? Let's say maybe a knowledge of SQL or knowledge of Python, right? They can actually use it to create linking between those platforms as well. It's not that difficult, to be very honest. But again, you will
Right.
require a resource for that who knows a bit about code. If you want to create something which is way more linked with Tableau, Power BI, and all your organization database.
Right, 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 right.
That's the power also, right? Previously, if you see, you will require almost a team for doing such thing, right? Someone who has a great knowledge of all these stuff, right? Who actually lead that team too. But now you just need a person who basically have some basic knowledge, and then he can simply use these tools to actually create those stuff for you.
Right, right, right. Yeah. Thanks, Tushar. Thanks a lot.
Yep. So I'll just stop sharing my screen.
Thank you, Chirag and Dilata, for asking for the questions. Tushar, can we take one more question? Gaurav has raised his hand.
Yeah, yeah, Gaurav.
Yeah, yes, Gaurav, please go ahead.
Yes, Tushar. So I have three more questions. One first is can we connect Google Sheet with it for live data connections? I have a field team, which will work in daily basis. Okay. So they update datas 100, 150 on daily basis, and they have to reach their target, suppose 500, okay, for a month. So for it, can we connect Google Sheet or not?
You can actually connect, but again, there is a small thing that you have to do. So, okay, I'll just show you how you can do that. Although I have not prepared this thing, it will be something that I'll just do showcase this only. I'll give you some code lines also and some other resources that you can actually use to get it a way more better done. But to tell you, there is a option here that is called app script. Okay.
Okay.
What is app script? App script is basically used to do and create certain script or code for this particular sheets, so for Google Sheets.
Yes,
Okay.
actually, I am using it.
All right, so you're using it. Oh,
Yes.
that's great. So you can actually create a script through anti-gravity, right? To get your data whenever that particular endpoint or API endpoint is called. In simpler terms, you can simply allow it to create a link for you, right? That link can be used by the anti-gravity to add it into your dashboard, right? To get the data continuously. If you want, later on I can share that in the document that I'm creating here, so that if you want a live linking of dashboard, that also you will be able to do.
Thank you so much. And my second question is, actually I filled form to joining this webinar. So I just filled for one meeting, just M&E dashboard meeting. And third meeting is for application and website hosting.
Right.
So I also have to join a third webinar, hosting applications and websites. So do I have to again fill the form, or
Neelam would be the best person to answer that.
okay, okay.
Yes, no. Since you have already shown interest, you will receive a meeting link and all the details beforehand. I mean, well in advance,
Okay.
Gaurav. Yes. So don't worry. We will share you will share regular communication from us. Don't worry about the same.
Okay, thank you so much, Neelam and Tushar.
Sure, sure. You're most welcome. You're most welcome.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you guys. I hope so that you liked the session that I have provided. I will want Irfan to take over now and tell you a bit more about the work that we are doing here.
Perfect. I hope you all enjoyed the session. I'll give you a little bit brief about Tushar. Like, I think he's one of the finest tech minds in the non-profit sector anywhere in the world. I'll tell you that. See, the tools that we are showing you, like your only limitation is your imagination, right? You want to have like a field setting where someone is uploading data as a voice note in a WhatsApp group, in a Telegram channel, and then that data gets fed in an Excel sheet, and then that data gets fed into your dashboard, and that dashboard has like a drop down button that can be converted into 10 15 languages in real time. All of that can be done today, right? Like, that is where we are with respect to AI. Why we approach this topic of AI with such urgency is because we fear that we may lose out, right? As a sector, we don't want to lose out. There are tools and we are limited to our applications, chat gpt and Claude or Gemini. But the moment you put AI in your desktop, right, the moment you have like AI take control of your terminal, and it's able to operate your browser. One of the functions in anti-gravity, for instance, is it can browse the internet on your behalf. So when you're giving it now, like, okay, like, build this website for me, you can tell it also, can you test this website as a user for me? Can you test this dashboard as a user for me? So it can reiterate on its own self. It can create feedback loops in onto its own self. We'll share more resources in terms of how these tools can be used. But imagine, for a sector that is historically understaffed, that is historically under-resourced, this comes, this is something that can really save us a lot of time and a lot of money. Now, having said that, I hope you all, I hope you all liked it. A little bit about Danveda. We are an AI-powered fundraising, intelligence, automation, and payments platform, and we are basically one of the world's largest philanthropic repositories. For individual and institutional donors that exists out there. What that entails is, we help you do end-to-end fundraising. So I just want to show something to you, like what Danveda today has become. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I always struggle with Zoom. We can build complex AI platforms, but we struggle with, basic things in Zoom. Where
Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree, Irfan, with you.
Right, like I've always, like, Zoom and Microsoft Teams is something that for some reason I am always like, what is this even? But let us try one more time. Hopefully this time. Okay, Eureka, I think success almost, almost. I want to show you what we've created. We just launched Danveda 2.0, and this is one way to, like, fundraising is a massive pain point, right? Like, managing donor relations is a massive pain point. And with Danveda 2.0, we've been able to create something which is, which is not just let me just also share the sound as well with you guys, because I'm pretty sure I didn't share the sound. Uh, Yeah, I didn't share the sound. No. Share sound. Okay, now I can. Okay, perfect. So yeah, with Dhanveda 2.0, we've built automations that help you create instant data sets of your funders. It's integrated with their CRM functionality. You can send emails from one place. You can get emails in one place. You can get phone numbers, LinkedIn IDs. You can get grants, foundation profiles, CSR profiles, employee matching gift profiles. Basically, anything you can imagine, you'll be able to get in terms of fundraising support. We've also partnered with Keto to get their donation management system. So if you onboard on Dhanveda, you'll get Keto's donation management system as well for free. Just wanting to show you like a 2-minute video of like what Dhanveda 2.0 is going to be. Sound is on, no? Okay, that's it for Dan. Okay, the Kevin Peterson
You have
podcast.
to change the audio, yeah.
हाँ ठीक है okay now what I was saying is we've created a platform because fundraising is very complex, like from any flow, from discovery, prospecting, profiling of donors to lead enrichment, lead identification, then creating proposals, to sending them to donors, all the while making sure that your emails are actually landing, like having good email scores. All of this is complex, and we, for the first time, in the world, we've created a platform that takes care of your end-to-end fundraising. So yeah, if this is something that you would be interested in, because 2 minutes is not a long time to show the entirety of Danveda. We have close to 20 different features, and we do subsidize our costs for smaller non-profits. If this is something that you'd be interested in, definitely, I would invite you all to schedule a call with us. More importantly, I'm sharing a Google form in the chat bot in the chat, and if you fill it, we'll get our feedback. We'll know if you liked this session or not. We'll be able to know what else do you want. We keep doing these sessions. Like Tushar and I have been, we've been before anything. We've been volunteers in the sector, right? Like we have like combined. We have close to 15 years of being volunteers in the sector. So there'll be more sessions like this. Our aim is to expand the ambit of imagination that exists in the non-profit sector factor with respect to what tech can achieve, right? Because ultimately we believe like the focus should always be on delivering programs. It shouldn't be to be lost in the quagmire of reporting operations and compliances. That's something that we hope that eventually like the tech stacks we build will be able to take care of. So yeah, please do fill the form. I've shared it in the chat window here. Neelam, if you'd be kind enough to please share it also over email after the session. This helps us improve. And in case you are interested, right within the form only, you can just let us know, and we'll schedule a demo call with you, and we can take it ahead from there.
Yes, surely we can do that. And for all of you, I mean, for your information, we have already done one session with Irfan last month. That was very engaged, and some of the NGOs have also been, in touch with Irfan and the team Danveda. They are assisting them, and that's why we are in association. We are expanding this series of sessions. So we'll be having two more sessions in upcoming months in February and March also. So you will receive a timely communication about the same. So I will request you to please attend the sessions. Since it's a bit technical, we might feel okay, what is this going on? I know, and I understand like what is this it's like but it's not like something rocket science, because we are here to learn, to explore, and to learn the processes, learn the new technology and AI, how it will help us to smooth our and improvise our processes, definitely. So I would request, even if you don't understand, please be here. Please try to get this, the jargons, what experts are using, and later on you can explore, definitely. So yes, thank you for joining today's session. And thank you, Tushar. That was really wonderful. Even I learned a lot of many things from the session. And thank you, Irfan, for this wonderful session and the association, the partnership what we are having. Yes. So I guess we can close the today's session, and
Just a heads up. Next two sessions will be one, Tushar will show how to deploy something on the cloud, right? It could
yes.
be website, it could be your dashboards, right? It could be even, you want to create email agents that send emails on your behalf.
Right.
The use cases are infinite. And then there'll be a session where we teach you how to bring your costs down. Tech costs can scale. We'll tell you how to apply for cloud credits, how to apply for basically free stuff that exists out there for NGOs, and so
Right.
that you don't have to pay a penny for at least owning your own tech ecosystem, whether it be your website or your dashboard platforms or anything like that.
Right.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
thank you everyone.
Yes.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye. Take care.
Take care, guys. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Sure. So thank you so much once again on behalf of ConnectFor team, and we'll see you soon again next month.